Hi, this is Ken Stillman, and I'm going to show you some features on the Balloon Grid Pro. First of all, this is your grid. If you come down to this blue button right above the yellow square at the bottom left, click on it. It'll split the it'll partition everything off. These are 1 foot squares that tie together as a balloon grid, and there's 4 balloons in each grid, and each of the balloons are 6 inches in diameter. Um, so what you can do, if you want a smaller pixelation, you can change the grid size. The yellow button that's below the clear button, I'm going to click on it, and it'll change, and it says a warning because it will change your design if you've been working on it. Let's go to 3 inches, okay? And you can see how small the pixels can be if you do it. It's still 11 feet by 10 feet, but it's smaller pixels because they're 3-inch balloons. Or if they were 6-inch balloons, it would now be 22 feet by 20 feet tall. So anyhow, that's the way that works. I'm going to change them back to 6-inch for illustration purposes, and I'm going to put them back together. Okay, now if you click on this camera, this brings a design up that you're working on. In this case, I know because I've used this design before. This is trial and error. You have to work it till you get it the way you want it. But I picked a pixelated character on purpose. This is 5 pixels, these little green things here down below the camera. This is to shrink it 5 pixels or enlarge it 5 pixels. So I'm going to enlarge it 5 pixels 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 4, that's 20 pixels plus 3, I think. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this will move it around. I'm going to move that up so that there's one green row above, and then I'm going to move it across, move the photo across until his left, actually it'd be his right glove, is 1 quad away from the end, because that's the way it breaks up. So I don't want to break it up any other way. This is what I want. So I'm going to move it over. It moves rather slow because it's 1 pixel at a time that it's moving. Okay? Once you get it into the position that you want, you can now color it. You can come up and grab red. I'll grab like an orange color so you can see the difference over the top of the red. See? And you click on each one, and that's the way that works. If you wanted blush, find a blush color. Um, let's see, where is blush? Right there. And you could click on it and go around like that. And again, this is just, and some black for the eyes. And then we'll do maybe this color for the mouth. Okay, so we got that, and then your white. Now, if you want to color faster than this and you don't want to take the time to click on each one of these, I also have made a roller available. So if you click on this, I'm going to click on the green, and then I'm going to click on the roller, and then now I can color all of this green really fast without clicking at all, just row by row. Now, the problem is I started on this side here. Now, what if I want to use red now? Okay, use this red, but I want to get past this green. But if I don't, if I just move across, it'll color those red. I don't want to do that. So I hold down the left click down, and then I scroll across, and I get to the red that I want to be on, and I let go. And then that gets me to the place I want to be, and I don't have to click each one. I can just roll over the top of them, just like that. And that's how quick that is. And you can take white and do the same thing. Click down, go across. And for some reason that white clicked off. I don't know why that is. But anyhow, you can see how you would like to do it. But anyhow, that's the way that works. But let's say you didn't want this Santa Claus in here. You have your own design. Let's do that real quick. I'm going to go to Firefox, open it up. I'm going to type in Pixel, P-I-X-E-L, and then maybe cartoon, C-A-R-R-R-T-O-O-N, Pixel Cartoon, or Pixel Cartoons. Anyhow, you would go to the images and you'd open up and all of these pixel cartoons show up. So it's kind of cool that you could type in whatever whatever cartoon that your venue is asking for. So anyhow, on this one, let's see. I would like, there's an alien there, a few other things. Anyhow, let's, there was something back at the other one. There was, let's go back. This guy here. Okay, so now I'm going to open this up. I'm going to drag him off onto the desktop. Will that work? Yeah. And it's a JPEG, which is great. If it happened to be a PNG, I would have to change it into a JPEG. But because it is a JPEG, let's go ahead and we'll see how it works. Okay? I'll leave this open, but I want to go into Graphics Pro. Okay, here's Graphics Pro. And in a Mac, you can look at it like this. You can look at it like this. The steps, you can look at it like this. You know, and that's what's inside. And you kind of got to dump stuff. That's kind of the way Windows works. Or you could look like this in icon mode. I like it like this. I like to be able to watch it from the desktop to the Graphics Pro, anyhow. And then inside design, here is what is right here. This is what's going to show up. So I'm going to drag this JPEG into here. Okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that design, but I'm going to make that design, we'll call it design 1. Okay? Because you can't have two designs in there. So then I'm going to call this one design. Okay? So there's design 1 and design. Now they're two different names because you can't have two same names in the folder. Okay. So now if I refresh this, in other words, I go over to the camera and I click on it, it brings in the other thing. Now, if I wanted to clear this, put on clear, put the roller on. Actually, what I would most likely do, the roller's off, I would probably start all over again. But this shows you don't have to start all over again if you're in the middle of a design. I'm just taking these all off, rolling them off. So there we go. Take the roller off. Now I would do the same thing. I would have to enlarge this picture here. I would have to hit +5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, since I just took it off of the internet, I don't know how many times I have to hit this, but I can tell by the pixels it needs to be just a little bit bigger. And then roll this up. Now this may be the perfect reason why you would have to go to those smaller pixels. Okay, I'm moving it up. In fact, if we were to do the smaller pixels, let's see what would happen. Change the grid size to 3 inch. So now I'd have to look down here at the bottom. We'd have to go much smaller. Much, much smaller. have to move it this way. But anyhow, that's the way you change things, and that's the way you move your design in the way you want it to be. But like I said, it takes a little bit of work to get that in there. But I guarantee you, once you get this thing done, you can then break it up. Like if I were to take this white and just go over the tops of these. Of course, it's not even close to the right size. But when you get finished, you can break that apart. I turn the camera off so you can see what you've done. But anyhow, that's how it works. So hopefully that helps you in the design process. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your purchase, and thank you for your thoughts and support. Thanks. Bye.